Creating box and whisker plots. In this video, you're going to learn how to create and analyze a box and whisker plot, which is also referred to as a box plot. The box and whisker plot gets its name because it looks like a box with two side whiskers. In order to create a box and whisker plot for a set of data, you have to determine the 5-number summary, which includes the data's minimum value, maximum value, the median, the lower quartile, and the upper quartile. Let's take a look at a set of data so we can determine the 5-number summary and then construct a box and whisker plot. Here's our data set: 5, 8, 10, 12, 15, 15, 18, 22, 25, 28, 30, 32, 35, 37, 40. Now we have to first find the 5-number summary, and the first thing we would need to do is to put our data in order from least to greatest if it's not already. Our data is already in order from least to greatest. Next, we can find the minimum and maximum values, which is probably the easiest to do because you simply just have to find the smallest and largest numbers of the data set. The minimum value for our data set is 5, and the maximum value is 40. Now we can move on to find the median, which is the middle number. One way we can find the median is by simply crossing off a pair of numbers starting from the most outside numbers and work our way to the middle. If we end up with only one number left over, that number will be our median. If there are two numbers left over, we would have to find the average or the mean of the two numbers. For our data set, you can see that our median is 22. Once we identify the median, we can find the upper and lower quartiles. The upper and lower quartiles are the medians for the first half of the data and the second half of the data. Since the median was 22, the first half of our data are numbers 5 through 18. Again, we start crossing off numbers and work our way to the middle to find the median, or the lower quartile. For our data, our lower quartile ends up being 12. We would need to repeat the same process for the second half of our data, which is made up of the numbers 25 through 40. The median, or the upper quartile of the second half of our data, is 32. Now that we have our 5-number summary, we can begin building our box and whisker plot. A box and whisker plot is built over a number line. The first thing we will plot will be the minimum and maximum numbers, which are 5 and 40. To indicate these values, we're going to put a dot a little ways up above the number line at their respective locations. Then we're going to draw lines to note the median and upper and lower quartiles. Our median was 22, the lower quartile was 12, and the upper quartile was 32. Once we have the lines in place, we can draw a box around them. The upper and lower quartiles will actually make the sides of our box. After the box is completed, we will draw a straight line from the box to the dots that represent the minimum and maximum values. This forms the whiskers of the box and whisker plot. Now, our box plot is complete.